All right, yeah, we're just with David Knight this year's 2015 Eddys X-treme at Tong champion. David, a fantastic result for you. How did it go?
I got right and I finished, that's the main thing. Tough event like you wouldn't believe. Like every year here, it's always been different. I think the weather, with it's so wet in the woods, but then obviously today's been a nice day.
Yeah.
It really got claggy mud, and it was just clogging the tyres. And but the biggest problem was so many people on the track, and you couldn't get going. And the guys that, they're in the race as well. They couldn't get out of the way because you've got a rut you're in. So you're trying to get they're trying to get out of your way, and then they crash and block the track. So it was carnage.
Which was the hardest section of the course for you?
The whole thing. The main, your rocks and your river and stuff, they weren't as hard. The parts, like I said at the start, the parts between were the worst bits. The biggest problem was on the waterfall, and that was just riders just queuing up, and they're probably, we'll try and get up here, and they're stuck on it, and there's nothing you can do. It was, you'd pull away, I'd pull like a minute in a lap, and then next lap you'd lose a minute again. So I just got my head down at the start as much as I could, and to try and get away when I've got a clear run. So already second lap we were catching people, so yeah, tough race. I wouldn't want to do too many races like that.
Did you feel the pressure off Paul Bolton at any point?
Nah, once I had a good gap, I had a couple of minutes early on, and then I knew Paul would catch some laps and play, and I said I'd pulled half a minute again, he'd catch half a minute, and it was just, you could only go with one speed. So I knew if I just kept going and didn't get stuck, I just started doing easy lines everywhere. And then all it was then was, I just sort of pin it where I could. When you catch people up, you can't do anything. So it was just do that the whole time. But I sort of won it early on. I just got my head down, and I know I've got the speed over all them guys. So I just sort of put my head down early on, pressed them. They made some mistakes. You get 2 minutes up in 2 laps, and then you can play it then. And even if you did make a mistake and they caught up, I think I'd have the speed to get back. But it was just one of them. I just rode as slow as I could to get to the finish safe.
Well, I think it's a fantastic achievement what you've done. Another champion at Tong particularly. Next week in Finland for the Super Enduro. Yeah. The best of luck there.
Yeah, should be right if I get this finger fixed.
Yeah, but we'll be following you throughout the year.
No, it's fine. Cheers, bud. Thank you. Cheers.